I'd like to greet you all a pleasant afternoon. My name is Jenny V. Garcia Habico, and my topic is all about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when someone uses technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. It happens on devices like smartphones, computers, tablets, and gaming systems. It can take place on social media, messaging platforms, gaming platforms, and mobile phones. It is repeated behavior aimed at scaring, angering, or shaming those who are targeted. The Philippine Constitution guarantees free speech and expression. While we have this freedom, it should not result in reputational, mental, physical, or financial harm to another person. Here are the most common places where cyberbullying occurs. Number 1, social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. More youth experience cyberbullying on Instagram than any other platform at 42%, with Facebook following close behind at 37%, Snapchat ranked third at 31%. Second, text messaging and messaging apps on mobile or tablet devices, and instant messaging, direct messaging, and online chatting over the internet. The most common place bullying occurs online is over instant messenger, but it also can occur via new phone technologies such as text messaging and applications. Third, online forums, chat rooms, and message boards such as Reddit. There are huge number of communities online, and the range of conversation topic is limitless, like Reddit. Reddit is lovingly known as the front page of the internet. It's a place where millions of people go every day to discuss politics, post memes, and share every odd thoughts. Fourth, email. Email is the third most common form of cyberbullying. Email can be used by a cyberbully in several ways, such as sending harassing or threatening messages, attaching viruses to emails, or even including private information about a victim and sending it to hundreds of people. Fifth, online gaming communities. Playing video games is a popular activity, with 70% of youths under the age of 18 playing video games. While gaming has the potential for positive benefits, it is also have a place where cyberbullying can happen. Some players may use the game as a means to harass others or to get their personal informations like usernames and passwords to make them targets of bullying and harassment. Next, the examples of cyberbullying. There are many ways of bullying someone online, and for some, it can take shape in more ways than one. Some of these types are: number 1 is harassment. It involves the bully sending offensive and malicious messages to an individual or group and is often repeated multiple times. Number 2, cyberstalking. Involves continual threatening and rude messages and can lead to physical harassment in the online world. 3. Flaming. It refers to an online fight exchanging via emails, instant messaging, or chat rooms. It is a type of public bullying that often direct harsh language towards the person. Number 4, exclusion. It is the act of intentionally singling out and leaving a person out from an online group such as chats and sites. The group then subsequently leave malicious comments and harass the one they singled out. Number 5 is outing. It happens when bully personal the informations or video about someone's period are publicly outed when his information has been disseminated throughout the internet. Number 6, masquerading. A situation where a bully creates a fake identity to harass someone anonymously. In addition to creating a fake identity, the bully can impersonate someone else to send malicious messages to the victims. Number 7 is framing. It is a combination of Facebook and rape. When someone has used your Facebook account without permission and destroyed comments or pictures or created new offensive comments and pictures that impersonate someone's and inappropriate content and pretending to be you.
This time we will now talk about the unique characteristics of cyberbullying.
Number 1. Persistent. Cyberbullying can happen anytime and anywhere. Hard to detect. Cyberbullying happens through phones and computers or tablets, making it much more difficult to detect the bullies. 3. Anonymous. Cyberbullying can be done anonymously. It is easy to bully others because we can hide our personal identity. Next, shared to a potential larger audience. Information online can be easily and quickly shared, which makes it difficult to contain or stop negative messages once they are posted online. Next, easier to be hurtful. It is often easier to bully using technology because of greater physical distance. The person bullying doesn't see the immediate response from the person being targeted. And the last, the permanent. Once something is shared on the internet, it is often available to everyone. Everywhere it can be challenging to completely delete information once it is on the internet. Now, let's discuss the two types of cyberbullying. Number 1 is direct attack. Here are the following types of direct attack. Number 1 is instant messaging or text messaging harassment. This happens when someone sends hateful messages using instant messaging and text messaging as well as photos. Number 2 is stealing passwords. When a kid may steal another child's passwords and begin to chat with other people pretending to be the other kid. Number 3 is blogs. Blogs are online journals. However, sometimes you use these blogs to damage other youth's reputation or invade their privacy. Number 4, websites. Before, children used to tease each other in the playground, but now they do it on websites. They create pages specifically designed to insult others. Number 5, sending pictures through email and cell phones. They take a picture of someone in a locked room, bathroom, or dressing room and post it online or send it to others on cell phones. That includes nudes or degrading pictures of other teens. Number 6, internet polling. This encompasses the question, who's hot? Who's not? Who is more sexy? Me or she? These types of questions run rampant on the internet polls. Such as questions are often very offensive to others and yet another way that kids can bully other kids online. Number 7, sending malicious code. Many kids will send viruses, spyware, and hacking programs to their victims. They do this to either destroy their computers or spies on their victims. Number 2, cyberbullying by proxy. Cyberbullying by proxy is when a cyberbully gets someone else to do the dirty work. Most of the time, they are unwitting compliances and don't know they are being used by the cyberbully. Example of this is the warning or notify wars. If the victim receives enough warnings or notification, they can lose their account. The most typical way a cyberbullying by proxy attacks occurs is when the cyberbully gets control of the victim's accounts and sends out hateful or rude messages to everyone on their buddy list pretending to be the victim. To avoid it, we should always read a privacy policy before submitting anything, anywhere online. And next, we will be discuss the causes of cyberbullying. There are several reasons which leads to cyberbullying. Number one is revenge. One of the causes is people who have been bullied in the past want to do the same with others. When these victims have experienced being bullied, they may seek revenge. In the other words, they want someone done them to suffer their trauma. In addition, this action is justifications for the time when cyberbullying victims have been tormented and harassed. By cyberbullying others, they may feel better about themselves, but that's just a temporary sense of real power. Next, power hungry. Another reason for cyber harassment is people want to prove themselves and validate their popularity. The bullies sometimes believe that the more individual they torment, the more powerful they become. They can use any methods which may cause terrible damage to sufferers' mind just to diminish the social status of those they are bullying. In general, the goal to be achieved is raising and spreading their power and dishonoring others. Next is the entertainment. The motivation of online bullying is to ease boredom. It may not surprise that the minority of the perpetrators see the cruelty as a source of entertainment and others are too crowded to protest. These people may lack attention and supervision from relatives, so they start leaning on other people. Second to the last, the anger. Studies have found that there is a strong connection between the people who have bullied previously and those who are the bullies now. The people who were once victims might return as a bully to vent out the anger they had, but somehow the cycle continues and they end up hurting innocent people too. Frustration is other causes of bullying. And now we will discuss the effects of cyberbullying. The internet can be a wonderful thing, a place to connect and reconnect with families and friends, but sometimes people use it to hurt someone's feeling. Here are the effects of cyberbullying. Number one is the emotional effects of cyberbullying. Not surprisingly, cyberbullying is a significant stressor in a young person's lives. In fact, research shows that 32% of kids who are targets of cyberbullying report experiencing at least one symptoms of stress. In addition to feeling distress, they also may feel embarrassed, hurt, and even fear for their safety. They may even blame themselves for the cyberbullying. The victims felt humiliated, isolated, anger, and powerless. To a victim, it can feel like cyberbullying is everywhere. Number two is mental effects of cyberbullying. When cyberbullying is ongoing, victims may relate to the world around them differently than others. For many, life can feel hopeless and meaningless. They may lose interest in things they once enjoyed and spend less time interacting with families and friends. And in some cases, depression and thoughts of suicide can set in. The victims experience the following: depressions and anxiety, low esteem, academic issues, suicidal thoughts, and self-harm. As a result, they may fantasize about dying in order to escape and to end the pain. Number three, behavioral effects of cyberbullying. Kids who are cyberbullied may display the same behavioral changes as those who are bullied in more traditional ways. In extreme cases, or when cyberbullying is prolonged, kids sometimes even exhibit more significant behavioral changes. This can include using drugs or alcohol, skipping school, carrying a weapon. They display a loss of interest in activities and engage in secretive behavior. Last, number four, the physical effects of cyberbullying. Being targeted by cyberbullies can be crushing, especially if a lot of kids are participating in it. The feelings of overwhelm and stress can manifest physically, with issues such as gastrointestinal issues, The stress of bullying also can cause or worsen conditions like upset stomach, abdominal pain, and stomach ulcers. Next, disordered eating. Kids who are cyberbullied may experience changes in eating habits. 3. Sleep disturbances. Experiencing cyberbullying may suffer from sleep issues like insomnia, sleeping more than usual, or nightmares. Now we will discuss the 6 ways to prevent cyberbullying. These are 6 ways recommended by professionals that are best for preventing cyberbullying. These are: educate yourself. To prevent cyberbullying from occurring, you must understand exactly what it is. Next, protect your password. Safeguard your password and all private information from inquisitive peers. Next, pause before you pause. Don't post anything that can compromise your reputation. Next, raise awareness. I believe that knowledge is power. Therefore, we should raise awareness. Next, set up privacy controls. Restrict who can see your online profiles to only trusted friends. And last, log out of your accounts on public computers. Similar to not sharing your password, don't give anyone the slightest chance to post as you or to share false information. And the last topic is all about the applicable laws on cyberbullying. Let's refer to the Republic Act of 10627 for the definition. Though this law is intended for minors, we can leave the framework to get a working definition. So in Section 2, acts of bullying means any severe or repeated use by one or more students of a routine, verbal or electronic expressions, or a physical act or gesture, or any combinations directed at another student that has the effects of actually causing or placing the latter in reasonable fear or physical or emotional harm or damage to his property, creating a hostile environment at school for the other students, infringing on the rights of the other student at school, or mentally and substantially disrupting the education process or the orderly operations of school. Another law is the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act of 2009 or RA 995. This is the perpetrators use intimate personal images and videos to blackmail, extort, or harass the victims. In response to this, Congress passed Republic Act 995 or Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Acts of 2009 to prevent the publication and distributions of similar material in the future. And next, the House Bill 5718. Under House Bill 5718 or the proposed Anti-Cyberbullying Act of 2015, cyberbullies shall face a penalty, fines ranging from 50,000 to 100,000 or imprisonment between 6 months and 6 years or both at the discretion of the court. And the conclusions. Cyberbullying is a great danger to the society. It causes harm to people and results negatively for both the bully and the victim. It's said that cyberbullying is a serious worldwide issue and that it needs to be more resolved. If they cannot do cyberbullying anonymously, they will not go as far as they will claim other people only to do cyberbullying.
Here are the references. That would be all. Thank you and hope you learned something. And here are the references.